Hey, I love the intro. I love BiggDogg Chico and Deuce the Scoop. We got a show for y'all today. It is the morning run with your favorite auntie's favorite uncle. That's me, Uncle Neely. BiggDogg Chico, Deuce the Scoop. We got a special guest. Wide receiver coach Rashad is in the house. Y'all stay tuned. It's time for the morning run.
Yes, indeed. Uncle Neely, BiggDogg Chico, Deuce the Scoop. We are back once again, and we got a fire show for you today. Make sure y'all stay tuned. We got Coach Shad coming on, just like Uncle Neely just said. And we're going to talk about some news and updates, Colorado Buffaloes, NBA news, and so on. So we can get into it right about now. How you doing, Unc? What's going on, Duke?
Hey, man, doing good, man. Coming off a great night's sleep. Let me tell you this, man. Let me tell y'all this. Take it from this gray hair right here. Ain't nothing like a good night's sleep.
He ain't lying.
Invest in your mattress, invest in your pillowcases, invest in your pillows, invest in your sheets, because you're gonna spend more damn time in the bed in the bedroom than you spend anywhere else.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of different on that nowadays. I'm like this. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm not trying to sleep that much like that. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to sleep less and work more. You know what I mean?
You know what's gonna happen, Chico?
Come on. Don't tell me what's gonna happen. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Over time, you're gonna still be in the bedroom more than you anywhere else.
Yeah, you're right. I know it's factual. So that's why I'm trying to make it to where it's not somewhere I just stay comfortable at. You know what I mean?
No, I get to work ethic. I love it. I love that about you. That's why you're here, baby. I love that about you. But over time, the ass don't be in that bed more than you be on that couch.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The ass don't be in that bed more than you standing up in that kitchen.
What you say, Dukes?
I like the bed.
Man, it's just way it is hump day, so hell, let's get it started.
It is hump day. We up in here, man. The morning run, like we normally do. From the East Coast to the West Coast, y'all know what it is. Hey, man, we broadcast. Make sure y'all put your city and your state and your country in the chat right now. We have a lot of people in the chat right now. Over 200 people watching right now. We just getting started. 2 minutes into this thing. Hey, I know y'all been watching NBA. We always talk about a whole bunch of things before we get into Colorado news. But NBA, y'all see what Giannis and Tyrese Halliburton pops get into it? What do y'all think about the situation? Well, for everybody out there, maybe they didn't see it. And I just saw a different angle today where Halliburton's dad was on the floor as the game was ending. And Giannis just standing there. And this guy's walking towards Giannis. In my opinion, he's lucky that Giannis didn't steal on him.
Facts. Because I don't know your intentions.
Right.
And they didn't look pleasurable.
And Giannis said, you know, I'm humble. We do not do this where I'm from. We are humble when we win. You know? That man could have punched him right in the face as he's walking up towards
him. Andre Walker said Halliburton's pops was completely in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man. Hey. That could have been, hey man, man, you know how bad that could have went? like seriously, like
Malice in the Palace bad.
Yeah, what if Giannis just would have pushed him? Mm-hmm. That's it. You get your old ass home, man. Stop playing. Hey, I'm just laughing to myself thinking about how many ways. Hey man, make it your daddy, man. Hey, man.
And then when I push your daddy, you got to do something even if your daddy was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to. Come on, man. Man, hey, I'm sorry.
It's good to see Halliburton come out there and say that his dad was wrong. He shouldn't have been on the floor like that. And I don't know, his dad was way too comfortable to be walking towards Giannis like that. This man's 6'11". Could have easily stiff-armed you or hit you with a jab or anything. But he just stood there nice and calm. So props to him for doing that. But then later on, he had to go and get in his face. So shout out to Giannis, man.
Man, I hate to see Dad at Thanksgiving when that liquor get the flowing. Ooh.
That's exactly what it was, I bet.
Hey, man.
The liquid courage.
What's his daddy's name, man? I bet it's Otis. Hold on, let me see.
He said Otis. It's Otis or Carlos.
Man. With all the smoke,
I'm going with James. I'm going with James.
James a good one too. But I'll tell you this now. You ain't never know the Otis or Carlos that were worth a damn.
Yeah.
Carlos, now Carlos, oh my God. Any Carlos
man.
you know bad.
Hey,
He been
I
bad.
can't wait to clip this and show it to my man, Carlos Warren Sapp, because he gonna laugh.
Man.
You know, his whole family call him Carlos. They'll call him Warren.
I didn't know that.
Is it Warren Carlos or Carlos Warren?
I think it's Warren Carlos, but
Warren
at
Carlos
home,
Sapp,
at home he Carlos. To us, he Warren.
Yeah.
But I stand on it. You ain't never met a Carlos that wasn't with the shit, like ready.
Shout out to my homeboy Carlos from back in the day. He used to be wrestling people in the pool. I told him, dog, I can't swim that well. Yeah, man, be at the pool party wrestling folks, trying to dump people on the water. Dog, don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that. But anyways, also in some news today, we have people talking about, well, we got to go to this. Oh my God. Y'all see what happened? They talking about we don't have signees. We got signees coming in.
Woo, 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 woo.
And we got to ask Coach Shad about these guys that's coming in too, because you know he's the kick return specialist, punt return specialist, and stuff. We're gonna ask him about that, but this is what I need to bring up right here.
Okay. We appreciate the NFL's swift and thorough review of last week's data exposure and the event that transpired due to it. We were proactive in addressing the situation internally and cooperated fully with the league throughout the process and accepted discipline level to Coach Jeff Ulbrich and the organization. What discipline? We are confident in our security policies and practice. We continue to emphasize adherence to them with our staff, whether on or off premises. Additionally, the Ulbrich family is working with the organization to participate in community service initiatives in relation to last week's matter. Sincerely, the Falcons. Signed, bullshit. I added that part.
The NFL has confirmed that the Falcons have been fined $250,000. Just for everybody out there that doesn't understand. DC Jeff Ulbrich, $100,000 for failing to prevent the whole situation from happening, basically, for y'all that don't know. So, what do y'all think about this? Too much? Not enough?
Just about right. Of course, I would have been down for more. More wouldn't have bothered me, particularly as an organization. I think 100 on the coach, 150 on the coach, whatever it was. It's about right because when you're in control of data and information, it's your responsibility, like the Falcon said, on or off premises to keep it safe and secure. And that also includes your own damn family. But I will call some BS on this community service stuff because I still want to get the other jokers that was in the room. The son was who got the information, but what about the guy filming and the guy making the call?
Mm-hmm.
Where they at?
Yeah. Anytime is a crime or I'm just using this analogy. Anytime there's a crime or something like that committed where it's multiple parties, everybody gonna be charged
with something.
With something.
They co-conspirators.
Co-conspirators.
I know Dude's got his dirty bird helmet back there and his pennant back there. He chomping at the bit. I know. Go ahead and put him on the screen by himself. I know, my man.
Easy. What you got to say, Dukes?
Man, that's two. We just talked about two daddies that need their ass whooped. This is the second one. And shout out to Ulbrich, man. But come on, big dog. I hope you have a great run in Atlanta. And we are not our children. But at the same time, man, your son got to be at least respect you enough to not go mess up $100,000 at your job. Really $350. You know what I mean? So Ulbrich making 1.6. So that's roughly about 6% of his salary, if my math ain't wrong. Maybe 5, give or take.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, 5 or 6. So I mean, that ain't. They tapped his pockets, right? They didn't kill him. They tapped his pockets. I think that one, security measures have to be taken up to another level because now it's coming out that Abdul Carter was also prank called. Like I said, one of my mentees was prank called. Tyler Warren was prank called. That's the thing to do. So I think by making an example, they could have, if you have one guy that you can really hold accountable because of who his father is, and the NFL can hold one person accountable, because outside of that, you would probably have to go to legal action where somebody would, file a real legal case like prank call. I don't even know what it would be called. Mm-hmm. And then maybe somebody could file a civil suit But right now, we got one person that we know we could text. That's Jeff Ulbrich, because your son shouldn't have had the number.
Sure.
I think they could have made a bigger example out of him just to protect the rest of the players. Like, even for Shedeur shouldn't have had to go through that. But as we saw, he went through so much that weekend. This is probably the least of what he's thinking about. Because, they already took him to Town Square and made an example. So that's another story.
Yeah, I like that, Dukes. And I saw where somebody commented and said the fine should go, to Shedeur. He should pick the community service. I like that too. But let me tell you what you touched on, Deuce. I really love that I hadn't considered. You gotta punish who you can punish, and the league and the Falcons can punish the defense coordinator. I'm not gonna sit here and say that was a fireable offense and he should be fired. But I will say that the information was trusted to him, and he was the one who put the information in a position that could be obtained, whether deliberately, intentionally, unintentionally, absence of mind, what have you. And so he's the one who should bear the brunt of this tax.
Yeah, for sure. And you got a chance to do it so people will want to stop doing it. But we're going to see it again next year. I mean, just to keep it a buck, man, if you go way back in the archives on my show, man, it was a linebacker by the name of Tyrese Thomas, came out of Auburn in 2004. Man, my man, Mayo Sal, how you said, Mayo prank called him on draft day. We all sitting in Scarborough Square. DT waiting on the phone call, and Mayo called him. We found out it was Mayo. And, it was a problem. Mayo a preacher in Atlanta now, too. He changed his ways. And it's something that we talked about. He said he would never do again. But
I'm reading between them lines. Yeah, I'm reading between them lines.
But when you get somebody that you can spank for it, that they should really get spanked for it if you can. So, shout out to the Falcons for taking some, and the NFL for taking some accountability. I would think that the Falcons probably would have some internal discipline as well. And shoot, but now Shedeur's in Cleveland. Let's just move on from it and continue to root 2 on as he goes on his next journey.
Absolutely. Hey, this is the morning run. It is Wednesday morning, and like we like to say, it's morning somewhere. Deuce the Scoop checking in from the ATL in the Eastern Time Zone. Your boy Neely right here in the SIP Central, and Chico out there in the middle of the Pacific from the Pineapple to the Big Apple. We got Coach Rashad going to be joining us for this episode, wide receivers coach. As y'all know, CU had more receivers taken in the draft, including undrafted free agents, than any other school. So we're going to discuss those guys and what he got in the pipeline for this fall as well. So make sure y'all liking and sharing and subscribing and sending that link out, because you don't want to miss this conversation with Coach Rashad. Chico, tonight is your night.
Why you say that?
It's 3-1, baby. What you gonna do? Me'll do a barbecue.
It's time for the lake show. Step up, baby. This is what we do.
Chico said we're gonna take
it. That's what I saw. I saw put the L up.
Oh, baby, that's the lake show, baby.
We'll take
Looks like he was throwing the towel in, like, hey, we out of here.
We're gonna be fine tonight. We're gonna be bounce back tonight. They're gonna have to where are we playing at? We're playing LA, right?
It's like home game.
Yeah, playing LA. So yeah, we're gonna be fine tonight. Star's gonna come out, do that thing. We're not worried about Kevin Gates being on the sideline this time, looking like
Hey, Kevin Gates dropped a diss song on LeBron, man. What's up, bro?
That's crazy, man. Everybody wanna shoot at the moon. You know what I mean? Everybody wanna howl at the moon and bark at the flying birds and all this other stuff. Do your thing, dog. Do your thing. We experienced some of that the other night.
I mean, hearing about y'all's live after the live. Was y'all live?
Hey, no, Chico put that on you. I told Chico last night, you say this to your channel. Leave me out of it.
Anyways, man, the Lakers, the Lakers gonna do their thing, dog. No, that's what. Anyways, the Lakers gonna do their thing. LeBron and Luke are gonna bounce back. It's gonna be AR. Call it. Austin Reeves tonight. All right,
man.
Austin Reeves tonight. I done already hit him up on the text. He said, you got to show up. You got to show up. Yeah, it's over now because he's going to have to show up.
No, if you have his number, that means it's over, because he sure ain't focused if he gave you his number.
All right.
Yeah, man, listen, man. I'm telling you, when it come down to it, yeah, the guy that y'all need in the game is Jackson Hayes, bro. Like, if y'all planning on outscoring everybody, like, y'all don't have – the legs not there. Like, the fourth quarter, we see what happens. Y'all run out of bullets. First quarter going to come out like gangbusters once again. fourth quarter, y'all run out of bullets, no more legs. It's hard.
It's about the defense. It's about the defense. If we can
that's what I'm saying.
Some defense. It's all about the effort on the defense
can't
side
play
of the ball.
But like I said, when you don't have a big man to protect the rim, you can't play defense because guess what? The Lakers don't have the foot speed to stay with those guys. Like right now, just foot speed alone. Who on that team has the foot speed to keep up with the perimeter players from the Timberwolves when they go small ball?
They have a guy. What's the kid name? Jordan.
Guy.
Yeah, they do. They have a guy named on the bench. What's his name?
five,
Jordan Goodwin. That was Jordan Goodwin. I think they need to put him in the game. Let him be a defensive stopper.
Of the 5 players that didn't come out the game in the second half.
Dukes, I explained this. A Laker fan who's always biased towards the Lakers. I said the Lakers don't have the roster right now to compete for a championship. And we're like right there, on the edge of being able to beat the Timberwolves. The roster top to bottom, the Timberwolves are better. When they bring in Naz Reid and take out Gobert, that liability on defense, even though he's defensive player of the year a few years in a row, that liability on defense is gone for the Lakers to exploit. Now you have Naz Reid out there shooting these 3-pointers. That's just spreading the defense even more. So you really can't do anything but put forth a concerted effort to hope that they're missing these shots and to contest these shots and not give them open 3-pointers.
Chico, I love you like a play cousin. Dukes, we go back like rocket chairs. Y'all missing the biggest liability on this team.
What's the big liability?
JJ Redick.
Oh, come on. Now it's JJ Redick. We finished number 5 and now it's JJ?
Do you made a mistake? Do you think them 5 players huddled up and said, hey, coach, after halftime, don't take us out?
Tibbs made a mistake last night with the Knicks, people are saying. So
if you got the legs to do it, you better your front man 40 and your other man white.
All right, we're going to see. I don't care about anything else, but the Lakers coming out playing some defense tonight, and I think that's what they're going to do.
I know this. I got to go back.
Coach is going to have them playing
Everybody
defense.
said Chico was thugonomics last night. They said Chico was a Bama thug last night. I got to go watch it, y'all.
I need to read the comments. I ain't even read the comments because we're at the 15-minute mark to where we got to bring on Coach Shad, man. We got to bring on the one.
Yeah, my man. Yeah.
He is in the building.
Man, look at me.
Oh, now Coach Shad, man, hold up.
Hold on, man. Get that man some sound effects.
Yeah.
That man come up in here.
Bring on Coach Shad. Oh, now Coach Shad, how you doing, Coach?
What's going on, man?
Yeah,
yes,
Coach,
indeed.
Shit, baby.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Hey, Chico. Hey, I appreciate the you know what I'm saying? Because I like that when I enter the building. You feel me?
I'm with you, Coach.
Hey, this is the morning run. Our special guest for the day, Coach Rashad Davis, offense analyst, assistant wide receiver, punt return, kickoff return coach. Colorado Buffaloes, been with Coach Prime even since before Jackson State. Like, they go way back. And he with us today, man. We're going to talk wide receivers, the past, the present, and the future. Coach Shaw, first and foremost, how are you and the fam doing, man? How you making it, bro?
Hey, man, just another blessed day, man. Blessed to be alive, blessed to be here in this building, man, and just continue to get better each and every day, man. Blessed to see you guys, man. Happy to be here, brother.
Indeed. Hey, man, Coach, a lot of people, they've been watching since Jackson State. We're going to get your full story, but everybody knows since Jackson State, you was like the one, like the face of the football program for a while when you're leading the team out and stuff like that. Everybody saw Coach Shad's face. So yeah. How was that experience in Jackson State, man, going down there?
Hey, man, Jackson was an unbelievable experience, man, and I want to be the first to say, I also attended Jackson State, but not only did I attend Jackson State, I graduated from the University of Jackson State University. I love all the way back in 2015 when I graduated. But, man, it was awesome, man. The experience there, the culture there is like no other. We did some really good things there. We turned the program back around and got it back on its feet to where it's supposed to be and how it was when I got there, when I came in as a freshman. And now they just kicking it right now. They killing it.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to ask you, you got a really good, a big target in the transfer portal in Sincere Brown. Talk about what he brings to the room and why was he such a need for you guys?
Man, Sincere is, when you talk about a player of that stature, man, he was a big get for us. He was a guy that we really wanted to be able to add to the room. when you have four guys that you have to replace, right? When you're talking about a Will Shepherd, LaJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn, or Travis Hunter, you have to replace reload the room up, and that was something that we needed in our offense with his ability to be able to stretch the field, with his size, his length, and his speed. You think Jimmy is fast? I'm gonna tell you one thing about it. Watch Sincere. If you think Jimmy Horn is fast, which we all know he is, Sincere Brown is going to be able to bring that game to us over here on the field, man.
Coach
Yeah, I
Shad,
heard that he was one of the fastest ones down in South Florida.
Yeah, so I had him and Jimmy on the phone together, so you know how that battle went. So I can't wait. I can't wait to get him up here to Boulder. He should be here, later at the end of the month or maybe early June. We get him going, and he's going to be something good for us.
Coach Shad, you talk about those guys that just got selected in the NFL. You look at Travis Hunter, you look at LeJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn Jr., Will Shepherd, undrafted free agent going over to Tampa. You're talking about 85, 90% of the offensive production from the wide receiver room has departed. What gives you and Jay Field the confidence with what you have now that's going to be either replaced or even elevated?
Well, one thing about me and Jay Field, man, me and him, we have a tremendous bond, man, and we call ourselves the dynamic duo, and that's how we see ourselves. And when you're talking about those guys and replacing, we don't believe in rebuilding. We believe in reloading. So we just gonna reload the room with the guys that we feel that we have, which is a tremendous room. When you're talking about replacing guys like Travis over 1,200 yards, LeJohntay over 900, Will over 600, and Jimmy, with missing 5 games over 400 yards, we feel that we have that in the room. The foundations in a bit has been set. And the guys in the room, they understand that. They know that. When you're talking about guys like Draylon Miller, who was able to come in as a freshman and contribute to this room, and to this offense, and had the ability to see these guys work and work under these guys and learn from these guys, and now step up into more of a leadership type role, and then you know where you're set and where you're at, right? So we got some good guys in this room with Omarion Miller coming back healthy. We got Terrell Timmons, who's a senior for us too as well. Who we wanted to make sure we keep him healthy and keep him upright, who's another speedster. And then you got Lil Hitter. Everybody know about Lil Hitter because of Coach Prime, man. Lil Hitter is our other two-way player, man, who's a lightning bolt in a bottle, man. And at any point in time, he can strike. So when you got that type of room, you feel very comfortable of reloading that same ability that we did lose, but we should be more. Me and Jay feel, if you talk to us, we feel like we're going to be better than we were last year.
Mm-hmm.
And still look like with the guys you're bringing in. You just said Sincere Brown, 6'5", 4'3". You got another one coming in too. I'm gonna bring this on stage right quick. Not that one, but this big Hakeem Williams coming. Man, talk to us about this big fella right here coming over from FSU.
Man, Hakeem, every bit of 6'2", 215 pounds, man. I mean, rock solid. The thing about Hakeem that is so, close to me and Jay Field is we recruited him back in Jackson. My first year when we were in Jackson, Hakeem came to our football camp and we laid eyes on him and we offered him right there on the spot. So we've been in love with this kid ever since the beginning, and just being able to circle back around and get him to come back and see what we have going, and we rekindle that relationship has been big for us. So he's going to be a big piece for us. You talk about a guy that can play outside and inside. He's going to give us the flexibility on the offensive side.
Yes.
Coach, I want to ask you. So since you have like such a close relationship when it comes to the return game, sometimes you may go get players who aren't in the wide receiver room. So what tips you off to know when you see a guy in another room that he may be a guy that you can use in the return game? And do you ever think about saying, you know what, this guy is such a good returner, you might need to pluck him over and bring him to the wide receiver room?
Well, yeah, it's always that when you're on the field, you see what these guys can bring on the field, right? So one of the things when you're looking for a returner is you look for who likes the ball in their hand. And it's not, and we preach that in our room. It's not about how many targets you get and how many receptions you get, but what you do with what you get. I want to see what you do when you have the ball in your hand. And then, just like you said, we sometimes go outside of the receiver room getting returners, which we have a running back coming in that we just got out of the portal, who's a dynamic return man that's going to help us.
Taylor.
Yes, Kaylon Taylor. He's going to help us in the return game. He was an all conference return specialist
Mhm.
over there in the Southland Conference, I believe. Then you talk about guys like Lil Hitter, who's a two-way player, who's been a returner for us ever since he was a freshman. Now he gets to display that on the big field. And then you got your young pups like Quentin Gibson, man, who I'm telling y'all pay attention to the young kid, man. We still brewing him a little bit, let him cook in the oven for a little bit more. But when he hit the field, you gonna know it. And then we have Farrakhan too as well, Cornell Farrakhan, those guys. So I feel like our return game is going to be very, very dynamic, which it has to be when you're talking about replacing a Jimmy Horn and a LaJohntay Weston.
If you're just tuning in with us, this is the morning run with your favorite auntie's favorite uncle, Uncle Neely, Deuce to Scoop, BiggDogg Chico, our special guest, who ain't a guest because it ain't number family coach Rashad Davis, wide receivers, offensive analyst at C. We're talking wide receiver you and talking ball with him. Y'all got some questions? Put them in the chat. You want to guarantee we get to it, make it a super chat. Coach Shad, I got a two-parter for you, man. One, speak on the relationship and the chemistry, of you and Coach Jason Phillips. Because when I'm in y'all's room and in y'all huddle, it's the same sheet of music. He trusts you with the team. He'll walk over, you have the room, and that kind of training leadership there. But also then jointly, how do you guys manage all this talent, all these egos in the wide receiver room and keep that unit so balanced and ready to go?
Got you. Well, yeah, the relationship, man. The relationship started back in Jackson, and I call Coach J Phil. I call him the wide receiver guru. I learned from the best. He raised me up in the wide receiver room. Taught me a lot about the game of football. Taught me a lot about the wide receiver position, and then we just been hitting it ever since then. But our chemistry is like no other. And like you said, and he developed that trust in me, which I'm grateful for. And he's old school. I'm brought up in the old school era too as well. So I'm old school with a little bit of twist. Sometimes we play that role. I don't know if y'all seen the movie Good Cop, Bad Cop. Sometimes, he the good cop, sometimes I'm the bad cop. But we just had that relationship.
Oh no, dog. You always the bad cop.
Hey, I just got to get them boys going, man, and get them fired up and ready to go. Snap them back into reality, right? And then when we do that, we just want to make sure that they're in the best position to accomplish the goals that they want and that they set for themselves. And then also, you hit on the point about making these guys join together, right? In this room, man, we show no favoritism. When we recruit you, you're gonna know that from the jump. And then we want big family in here. And part of the things that we do, we don't hold anything back. We don't keep any secrets. Whatever we say it in front of each other. So you're gonna know. So if you're missing out on class assignments, everybody in the room's gonna know. We all gonna hold you accountable for that, right? And everybody wants to see each other eat. And one of the things that we preach is that Blitnikoff Award may go to one person, but it took more than just him to get that award. We were blessed to have Travis Hunter win that award, but Travis wouldn't have got that award if it wasn't for LaJohntay or Jimmy or Will. And the things that you have to do is show those guys, man. We want to show those young men it being done before. And just like the year before, Malik Neighbors won. And if I mean, don't quote me, but if I'm not wrong, I think his teammate had more receiving yards than him. So it's all about everybody's going to eat, and whenever you get the ball, what you do with it when you got it, man. And then praising the other person. I don't know if you guys saw a clip, but what stuck out to me in the draft was Jimmy Horn was celebrating when
Yeah.
LaJohntay name got selected, right? Not knowing when he was going to be called. And then it was just by the grace of God, 5 picks later, he got his name called, man. And that's the type of relationship that these guys have in this room. And these young guys that are now leaders now, they saw that. So the foundation has been set. So the standard's the standard, and we just gonna keep climbing on that.
Indeed. Coach, I like to always get background checks and let everybody know about your playing days and things like that. So tell us where you're from, about your upbringing and your playing background and how you got into coaching, and also your aspirations, and where you want to go with this.
Absolutely. So, man, I was born in the state of Florida, man. I was born in St. Petersburg, Florida, but I live in Lakeland, Florida. So I'm a Polk County baby. My brother won state championships at Lakeland Senior High School with Coach Johnny Mack, actually, who was our assistant running backs coach. They played together in high school. I moved from Lakeland, Florida, around the age of about 11, maybe, to Dallas, Texas. So then I grew up in Dallas, Texas, went to high school in Dallas, Texas. There, graduated from there in 2011, then went to Jackson State University where I played. So I played quarterback and wide receiver and DB through high school, got to college, played DB, played a little bit of wide receiver too at college too as well. When we had an offensive coordinator by the name of Timmy Chang, who's the head coach at Hawaii now. And did that a little bit in practice and stuff. So like I tell Travis all the time, I say, hey, I started this, Trav. I started this college stuff. I may ain't got the stats. I may ain't display it on Saturday, but hey, I started it. But yeah, man. So that's a little bit about me, man. My aspirations is, man, I just want to be able to continue to be in a position to lead these young men, just like I was led. I thank God for Coach Prime, playing a big part of my life at a young age that got me to where I am now. And so long as I'm in a position to continue to lead these young men to their goals and where they want to be, that's where I want to be. Of course, I want to eventually be an offensive coordinator one day. And then also, venture off and be a head coach, right? And then all that takes time. But man, the grind, my foot's to the pedal and the grind don't stop.
Yeah,
I love
man.
to hear that, Coach. Coach, when you get freshman wide receivers, what's usually the first habit that you have to break for them to be successful at the college level, if any?
So the first habit I say with freshmen, man, is their stance. Everything starts with your base and your stance, man. Everybody looks at the ending product, but it's all about how you start. And just like I said, that goes back to my little old school background with being around so many old school coaches, is your stance and your start, right? So we want to make sure that you have a base, a nice base, and a staggered stance, balanced stance, man. And a lot of times you see with these guys with this 7-on-7 taking over, you got guys with their foot all kind of left way, sideways, hands all kind of doing all that.
Yeah.
So just knocking that out their system a little bit, and then after that, everything else is we can coach on and do that. But that's probably the main thing when you're dealing with a freshman is breaking that.
Okay.
If you're just joining us again, this is the morning run. BiggDogg Chico, Deuce the Scoop, Uncle Neely. We got Coach Shad in the house, wide receiver coach in at Colorado. Been with Coach Prime for a number of years and making it happen out there, man. I'm like you, Chico. Wasn't nothing like being in that huddle pregame with Jack State when Shad would get everybody going. I mean, you talk about getting them fired up. That's the Shad. That's the Shad dog I know. Shad, I gotta talk to me about this, man. This receiver room is loaded with talent, from freshmen all the way up. When you look at the personnel groupings, because we're going to be using tight ends this year in a running game, may not have the number of receivers on the field at the same time as you did last year. So you talked about keeping everybody's ego in check. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Has that guy emerged yet? Where, hey, we got a room full of dogs, but there's always a bigger dog of the dogs. What has that guy emerged yet, and what is going to take this summer to get that guy to emerge?
Well, yeah, I feel like we have several guys already emerging, right? And don't get me wrong, everybody we have in this room has the ability to just take over a football game, and that's what we like. That's what happens when we recruit. And we're still looking to see who's going to be able to continue to take on that task. But, man, I'm going to tell you one name that sticks out, man, Draylon Miller. He's been doing wonderful things for us, man, in this receiver room. He's been taking on the task of being a leader, really getting the guys together, really staying focused, man. And I'm very, very extremely proud of that young man and where he has come from and where he's headed right now. Marion Miller, just want to get him healthy and get him back rolling. And the same thing with Terrell Timmons, man. Want to be able to get him healthy and get him rolling too as well.
When you mentioned that Terrell Timmons, man, I really think, and I'm probably finna spoil it right now, Shaw, because the opponents, the ops, they watch our program. But I think that's the one people sleeping on. Like, he gonna catch somebody surprised one of these games because you hear all the names and you kind of quote unquote forget about his name. but the brother got some unique skill sets and talents that I'm predicting, much like what Mario had that year, he gonna have one of them damn games, man. And people gonna be like, man, where he come from? But he been there. And he that dude.
Yeah. And that, man, that just shows you to these guys being around and being in the system and being under those guys, man, and under the guys that we lost, man, and those guys learning from them. So don't be surprised if he's one of those guys that come out there and really puts his name in the light. So I think he's ready for the moment. I think he's waited. He's ready to take control. But like I said, man, it's gonna be a battle. That's what it said. We recruit dogs, man. And when you come in this room, you coming in a room full of wolves, right? And we want to have that same mindset, man. Everybody knows we have that same mindset. When we hit that field together, when we go against a DB, is two dogs and one bone. And who coming out with it? You feel me? And we best believe this wide receiver room, which we call ourselves wide receiver U for a reason, and we gonna stand on business on that. We better come back with that bone on the sideline.
Definitely. Let's take this transition to the dog bone, up to the dog pound with the Cleveland Browns. And you've been around Shedeur Sanders for this long while, his whole career. What is he going to bring to that Cleveland Browns franchise and organization that they haven't had before up there? How is he going to resurrect that franchise?
I don't know what they have had, having been around their organization. But I'm gonna tell you, when you get a kid like Shedeur, man, you're getting a true leader. Don't listen to what people may say about him because you don't really know the kid. The kid is he's not going to be outworked. He's going to be in the football office. He's going to be in there longer than the head coach, longer than the coordinator, longer than the position coach. He's going to be the ones that get that receiver room together, throw extra routes, whether it's after practice, before practice, or even on their day off. I'm gonna tell you one thing about that stuck out with Shedeur. I've been around him for a long time. We were in Jackson, and we didn't have practice. And he called me up. I was at home. He called me up, and he was like, "Hey, coach, come hit the field with me." So we're out there on the field, and he's just throwing passes, man. We throwing passes at the pop-up dummies. I set the pop-up dummies at the 15-yard or 12-yard dig, and he's just ripping them. And it starts raining. I'm talking about raining and it's lightning. I'm thinking it's time to go. And he looking at me like, Coach, no, I got 100 more throws. And this man is just sitting out there just throwing. I mean, it's lightning, it's raining. He got his helmet on, man, and he's just out there grinding. That's one story that a lot of people don't know because they only know what we put out and they only see what the camera show them, man. And that's just the kid behind the camera. So I know what his work ethic is. I know what his ability is, and I know what type of player he's going to be. So Cleveland is getting a bona fide leader. Cleveland is getting a bona fide guy that is going to work hard and who's not going to give up. He's going to give them everything he has. I mean, he gave Jackson everything he had, and he gave Colorado everything he had, and they're going to get the same thing in Cleveland.
Coach, with last year's receiver group, the NFL is just now getting to meet the guys that you've been knowing for a while. If you were to make one perfect receiver using all four of Travis Hunter, LeJohntay, Jimmy Horn, and Will Shepherd, what superlatives would you take from each receiver to make your perfect receiver?
Woo! I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna try to say this as humble as possible. If I'm betting on, I'm gonna tell you this, man. When you talk about being J Field, man, we recruit dogs, and this is a kennel. We breed dogs, man. So if you any type of receiver that comes through us, I'm taking him. He can have the tenacity of a Travis Hunter, you know. He can have the heart of a Jimmy Horn who battled more stuff off the field than on the field and still gave it to you. You know, he can have the fast twitch and the route running ability of LeJohntay Wester. You know, he can have the ball skills and of a Will Shepherd. You know, it just you can put it all in one. But I'm saying, man, when you talk about who I'm putting my money on, I'm putting my money on anybody that comes through me and J Field. And that's just how much I believe in what we're coaching and what we're putting into these guys, and these guys accepting the coaching and the responsibility, and they showcasing it.
Yeah,
You know,
love that.
you kind of answered my question there at the end, but I still want to ask it because it was a question that was going to be layered and giving you your flowers, but asking you like how self-aware are you of what you have accomplished in your coaching career? Because I see you working, I see you doing your thing, you know, since Jackson State. Do you ever stop, look back, and peek ahead and be like, "Hey, man, damn, I'm good at this."
You know what, Neely, man, I don't. I haven't. I'm one of those guys that I just like to keep my head down and work. I picture myself in a tunnel, and the only way out is through.
Mm.
I don't like to look back. I'm not saying that I shouldn't, but I don't like to look back, and half the time I don't even know what's going on or what I am accomplishing. You know, I get the text messages and I get the phone calls from other coaches, you know, in FBS and family and friends of saying, "Dang, this, oh, you did this, and that," you know, and I may sit back and look like, "Oh wow, I did," but I'm not thinking about any of that, man. My main concern is developing the trust in my players. If I can gain the trust within my players, then I know I'm on the right path and I'm headed in the right direction.
Sean, let me hit you with this then. I've seen you, particularly when coaching special teams, and we're going through some reps there. That you'll participate in a couple reps, and when you beat one of them, you get in their face. You
Oh
put your nose and face there and say, "Man, I just beat you." Like that.
man,
Talk about that style of your coaching, where you that aggressiveness and challenging them to get the best out of them.
well, man, I had to think about when I played, man, and I used to love seeing when coaches lay it down with you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if I ever got time and I'm ever able to, I'm gonna work out with these guys, and I want to show them that hey, they not alone. I'm going through it with you. We're gonna go through this with you together, and we're gonna get through it together. And also, I gotta show these boys I still got it, cause man, these dudes getting a little bit too big, and they may try you. So I gotta show them
Mm.
that I gotta show them that I still got a little something in the tank, man. But it just fires them up, and it fires me up, man. That's what type of coach I am, man. I'm an energetic coach, man. You don't get energy on and off the field from me, man, and I love the game of football, and that's just my passion, man. So everything we do is competition. So we competing, man, and that's what I want to do. I want to be able to compete with these guys and let them know, hey, we in this together, we working and stuff. But hey, if you can do it, best believe I can do it, bro.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand, Coach. I have to do the same thing to BiggDogg Chico. He's about 10, 12 years younger than me, but every now and then I got to grab the Joker face mask and let him
Yeah,
know, oh, Uncle, you're here to build
yeah.
now. Don't try it. Don't try it.
Oh yeah.
Grab my face bad. All right.
All you, Chico.
It's on me. Where we going next, Coach Shot? I want to talk about Travis Hunter. Then let's go to the NFL. Travis going back down to where you
Yeah.
guys are from, right there in Florida. FLA. Shout out to the FLA, man.
Yeah, man.
How
He's
is
doing
Travis going to turn up Jacksonville, Florida, man, and the whole surrounding areas?
man, Travis is gonna turn up wherever he is. But the thing about it, man, what's crazy is I uh I recruited Travis. Travis is dear and close to my heart because I've been with him since the beginning, right? And it's only been three coaches that has coached Travis um, since the beginning. That's myself at the offensive position, and then Coach Mathis and Coach AB on the defensive side. So we've been
Mm-hmm.
with him from the beginning. Um, and just to know the kid is crazy because I remember being in Jackson and he he's been saying Jacksonville for the longest. And it
Wow.
was it was crazy how it worked out because I don't know, God just placed it on his heart that he just kept saying, I'm gonna end up in Jacksonville. I'm gonna end up in Jacksonville. I'm talking about this is before he even put on a game jersey in Jackson, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So just to see him go to Jacksonville, man, where he's gonna be able to make an immediate impact on that franchise and be able to, bring the city back hope. And just do the things that he loves. He's gonna be able to play both ways, offense and defense. And Travis is just a football player, man. He just loves football. Travis, he's gonna give you everything he's got, and he ain't gonna do nothing else but go fishing and play the video game.
Yep.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about any off the field issues with him or anything like that. But man, it was good to see him be able to go to Jacksonville, where I know his heart was at, and now he's gonna be able to give all that back to that city, man, which
Yeah.
I think that city deserves, man.
Yeah.
Man, your absolute biggest concern about Travis, and it ain't even nothing to worry about because it's gonna happen. Is he gonna show up somewhere with some pajama bottoms on? That's
Oh,
other than
he
that.
gonna either pajama bottoms or onesie. It's just gonna happen. That's just
It's gonna you gonna look at the steakhouse in Jacksonville. He gonna be over there in the corner in the onesie.
oh
Other
yeah.
than that, then he going home to play video games.
I
Oh
like
yeah.
what he told the execs. He said, "You don't have to worry about me. You guys have water, meaning fishing areas and lakes
Yep.
and stuff, and you have football. I'm good." You know, that's what I like about him. You know, he already know what he's going to be doing. And when you're not having to worry about a player like that, that takes a lot of ease, I think, off of the executives, and they could, put that energy towards somewhere else. So
Yep.
shout out to Travis Hunter.
Absolutely. Got you on mute, dude.
Coach, I was going to ask you, who do you use for a teach tape, whether it be an old wide receiver or a wide receiver in the league now? If you got guys that you use to say, this is how you do something, regardless of what it is at what phase of the game, as far as being a receiver, who do you use for teach tape?
So that's one thing that I've started doing, with adjusting to these players. I sit down and I give my guys a sheet of paper, right? And I tell them to write down 3 names, 3 receivers that they will model their game after, right? In the league now or even past. And as they write those names, I pull those clips up for them, and I put it in a folder that we have, right, that it shares with all our receiver room. And it goes everything from route stem to releases to top of route, everything, transition in and out of breaks. So I don't use a particular one that I do. I meet them where they're at. I want to see who they model their game after, and then we're gonna sit down and we're gonna show you. Now, I also have it to where if you're a bigger receiver, then we'll use certain guys, Calvin Johnson and things like that, where it may fit to your game and your style of play. But I want to see who those guys mimic and who they mantra their game after, and then we're gonna sit there and we're gonna dissect it together.
It's dope,
Coach,
Coach.
I want to talk to you about your grading system because I love what you said earlier about how y'all do everything in front of not only the wide receivers, but the whole team as well. But I got to tell you this: I sent your boy BiggDogg Chico a picture a couple weeks ago, and it was a picture of a bundle of mail that had been misaddressed, and he was like, "Man, what this is?" I said, "That's how I'm gonna reroute your ass. You return this Sunday, like yeah, he's look, I'm sending you back. You reroute it." Yeah.
Hey, Chico, man, you can't let them do you like that now.
Man, if you believe that, then you're crazy. You already know what time it is. I'm not getting rerouted on no seam route. Linebacker, safety, none of that. No chance. Especially a slow linebacker with cement feet. No.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. And these CB feet is still fast enough to get you off your square. Like Chico, you done.
Negative.
Man, Rico said, "Hey, Chico said he gonna come out there and step your butt at the top of his
Man,
route."
quarterback get mad and throw the ball at Chico's feet. Like, damn it, man, get over. But dog, one thing, Shad, I love about the openness of the wide receiver room and the correction and the teaching and the coaching. You and Jay Field have a grading system where what's expected at practice and it's tiered, and y'all get up in front of everybody and say, "This is why you got this. This is where you got that."
Right.
Talk about that grading system and why it's important for the grades to be known publicly.
Man, it's important because I feel that as a coach, it's important for the players to know where they stand in your eyes, and it's also important for their teammates to know where they stand with you too as well as a coach. And we want to make sure that we be very transparent the whole way throughout their whole process with us, and we're gonna put those grades up. Whether we're gonna either meet expectations, we're gonna exceed expectations, right? And we have to put that on the board so and that's the way that we hold you accountable. When I recruited you, you told me that, hey, I want to get to the league, I want to feed my family, I want to feed mom, I want to do all this and that. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold you accountable to it in front of the whole room. Because if you want to feed mom, then you wouldn't be coming home with a 2 or a 1 on your grade report, right? You'll be getting 4s or 5s if that's what you really want to do. And that's what we do. Our grading system is very hard, but it's going to be hard at the next level. So everything we do, Coach Prime does a good job of making this an NFL prep. Everything we do is NFL based, basically, you know, as far as getting you ready for the next level. And that's what we're going to continue to do with these guys in these grades. And the one thing that Coach J. Field also implemented too as well in our group is when we grade you, we want you to give us your grade too. But also when you give us your grade, tell us why you gave yourself that grade. So if you gave yourself a 3, tell me why you feel like you deserve a 3. And then when we come back in the meet room, we're going to put it all together, and then we'll see if it matches with our grade and if it doesn't.
Love it. Hey, one of those shots there, real quick, Chico, one of those shots, we hadn't talked about Cam, man. And Cam has been sliding over the running back some. He always hanging on every word you saying, Coach. What are you seeing in Cam this year, coming back healthy and being able to help out?
Man, everything from Cam, man. Cam has been wonderful. Cam was a freshman for us last year who we weren't able to use due to injury. But Cam is a kid that works hard, man. He works hard with every day, like Coach Prime said, it ends with a Y, right? And his why is big, and he understands his why, and he's gonna do everything he can to be able to help his teams out versus it being in the receiver position or the running back position. The kid is a tremendous athlete. The kid bounced around in high school. He played quarterback. He played receiver. You know, so he's used to having the ball in his hands, and we just want to be able to put him in the best position to where he can help his team out and showcase his talents. But I'm telling you, I'm fighting for Cam to be in the receiver room. Fuck the fault and all them, they can fight, but I'm fighting for him to keep my boy over here, though. But yeah, Cam's
Marshall Falk gonna put them hands up. He want him now.
Oh yeah,
that shows how versatile he is, though, man. To be able to be in multiple rooms.
Oh
so
yeah,
I like that. All right,
most definitely.
Let's see here. So, I think we're gonna finish up. We got those videos. You know, it has audio to them, so we're gonna play some of those at the end of the show. You know, but we want to just say thanks.
So y'all can hear the bad cop.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to the bad cop. We want to say thanks to Coach Rashad for coming on once again.
Can't show too bad, man. Can't show too bad. I try to keep PG.
Hey, Chico Dukes in the chat out there watching. Let me tell you how they good cop, bad cop work. Jay Field will huddle him up and he'll say something like, guys, I think today was an improvement. We got some work to do, but I saw some positives. Shad, you got him. And he'll wink at Shad and walk off. Shad go, Shad play like he waiting on Jay Field to leave. He go like, man, that wasn't shit. Let me.
That's how you got to do it, boy.
Hey man,
that's how you got to do it.
I got to keep them humble. We got places we trying to be, man. And like I say it all the time, man, I tell my players, man, and that's our mindset. Hey, I'd rather see you at the top than from the top.
Ride with me now. Ride with me.
Hey, that's tough. Hey, I'm still now. It don't even matter. Hey, when you tell me, I'm saying that next Tuesday. Hey, I'm plagiarizing. I'm telling you now.
Give it to us one more time. That need to be a sound bite.
Oh yeah, I'd rather see you at the top than from the top.
I don't know what time it is, man. Coach Shot in the building. Coach Legit. Hey, you want to leave us with some? Coach, give a shout out to your family, friends, hometown, anything of that nature. Go ahead.
Hey man, shout out, man, to my family back, all my family back in Polk County, Florida, all my family in Dallas, Texas, man, my brother, my mom, my girlfriend, our kids. Shout out to the whole wide receiver room, SOB, standing on business. Very much shout out to the guys that we just had in the draft, man. I love you guys, appreciate you guys. You guys worked hard. You deserve everything you got coming, man. I know y'all gonna do well. Shout out to you, Chico. Shout out to you, Duke. Shout out to my boy Neely. You already know what time it is. Hey, Neely, you gotta tell them boys, man, when they go to Jackson, man, they gotta get a stamp burger, dog. I was just telling somebody about a stamp burger up here the other day. They don't know about it, so you gotta make sure you put them on, man.
I'm gonna put them on, Coach, no doubt. Dalton Street, right around the corner from the school. Best burger you ever had.
There it is.
Hey, appreciate you, Coach Shaw. This has been the morning run. We not gone. Coach Shaw about to hop off. Coach Rashad Davis, offensive analyst, assistant wide receiver, punt return, kickoff return coach. Colorado Buffaloes, and an all-around excellent YN.
What?
He's an anything, boy.
And that's Unc said that, guys. That's Unc. That wasn't Chico. That wasn't Duke. That was Unc said that.
Yeah, they would have
All
blamed
around.
that on me and you. They would have
Yeah.
thought it was me and you, Chico. They probably would have blamed me.
Y'all need to stop. Yeah, they would. Dude, you so Atlanta. You can't be coming on here with all that Atlanta verbiage.
I love
They don't know.
man. That dude, I'm telling you, man, not only going to have his own room one day as far as position coach, but no doubt in my mind will also be a coordinator and a head coach one day. You can just see that laid out in front of him. He's focused, head down to the grindstone and putting in the work. And, you know, one thing that we lose track of is that winning and losing, but also who you coach and what they become is a part of your coaching resume. And you got to understand and appreciate, man. And this brother, graduate from Jackson State, has coached a Heisman Trophy winner. You know, has got two other guys drafted as well and one undrafted free. And then you count Zay Weaver in that as well. That just ups the score. So his resume is going to be one that's really going to be impressive going forward because his fingerprints are going to be on a lot of successful players at the next level.
Yeah. You know, they get drafted. That's on you. That's on your list. Hey, I got 4 drafted that I've coached. You know, a lot of people can't say they have one. They've been coaching 10, 15 years, 20 years.
That's
nobody in the league.
Super relatable too, man. Like, you know, you think about as a parent, you think about who do you want your son to be coached by? Let's say Cam gets to a certain level, or any other guys that I mentor. You want to feel like you can have some type of rapport with somebody that can reach them when you can't. And I think that's something that Coach Davis has in spades.
Yep, love that. Love that.
Hey, we appreciate y'all in the chat too. Y'all had the chat going.
Yeah,
somebody said Chico put on his good afro today.
That's the one with juices and beers in it.
Velcro that thing off.
Hey, but one thing I know you're gonna be putting on about 50 push-ups for a long too.
Yeah, I hear. It's all right. I've been working. I just needed an excuse to get me back in shape.
Hey, don't do that motion right now, dog. Don't do that. That look like something else.
Push it. Push it real good.
Hold on, dog. It's family show.
Hey, shout out to Salt and Pepper and Outkast. They're getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look this up.
Shout out to them.
I heard that. Yeah, man. They well deserved too. There you go.
Dude's gonna have some ATL props back there, man. On cue. Like he just ready. Come up in the conversation.
Yeah.
The White Stripes, Cyndi Lauper, Soundgarden, and Salt and Pepper all lead Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2025.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Back in the day, you talking about 86 to say 88. Man, I had a thing for Spinderella, boy. Ooh, that damn Spinderella.
Spinderella?
And I ain't even know who it was. I just know I had something for her.
Pep was mine, dog. I wanted Pep. Big, tall thing. Boy. What? Like she'll back me down.
Chico.
Hook shot.
Chico.
Exactly, dudes. Exactly.
Y'all must be crazy, dog. Y'all don't play with me on this line, dog. Don't play. Everybody likes Salt. That's why I wanted Pepper. I wanted Big Pep. You know what? To be honest, also, Salt looked like my mom. My mom and Salt used to always say they looked alike back in the day. Had the haircut, kind of shorter, 5'5", you know. It looked like my mom, no lie. In the face and everything.
Wayne Morgan with me. Wayne say with a whole bunch of exclamation marks. It was always Spinderella. If you know, dog. I'm telling you. I ain't had much in 9th grade, but Spinderella could have got it.
Yeah, Spinderella, yeah. Pep, you ain't lying, no, Chico. Pep would. Yeah, Pep, yeah.
Chico always.
Super chat just dropped on their heads, Chico. Morning coffee, $4.99 super chat.
There you go, morning coffee.
Morning coffee, appreciate that $4.99. Unc Shedeur got over 3 million mentions about buying his Browns merch with his number in orange brown colors. Any news on the drop? I know that the official NFLPA sites you can already pre-order. They cannot release the jerseys until the teams officially give out numbers. We can already assume his would be too. but you can, whether it's Travis, Shedeur, or anybody that got picked up, you can pre-order the jerseys, and then when the team gets numbers, they'll ship them to you. And then keep this in mind. I know there's efforts to go out there and buy stuff from Shedeur directly, so he gets that cash. But the players also get money off the official jerseys too. So any way that you can support these brothers on their next level, that's also funding their pockets. But I'm telling you this, man, the game is the game. It's just like we tell y'all about us. You really want to help somebody? Reshare, a post by Shedeur, like a story. All of that stuff helps their marketability. And it's the same thing with us. Like if you hit that like button and you share this with somebody, it helps grow the platform. And there's no more direct way to put money in people's pockets and support them than that. So yeah, buy the jerseys, do the thing, but don't forget the little things like when you on the ground, like a post, comment on it, share the post to your story. Same thing with us, man. It moves the needle.
Here's your chance right now to share it. This is share time right here. Share it, like it, tell somebody about this that y'all know that would like this. If you know someone that has parents, share this show with them.
I love that, Chico. Hey, Kevin Dorsey, he says, I think someone has the number 2 on the team. Hey, Kevin Dorsey, not yet. There was no number 2 on the roster. One of the new players did request to, but they told him
that was going to be my
single
question.
Digits are reserved for quarterbacks, so the head coach had to make that decision. Shedeur going in number 2.
That was going to be my question, actually, because you see some of the behind-the-scenes footage. They're going to bring in, the higher draft picks first and allow them to pick their number. I think it was Judkins that called out 2 first, and then he requested 1 if a vet doesn't have it. Now, I will say this. I like how they worded it and said that we're going to leave these numbers for quarterbacks and kickers and stuff first, Hopefully that they'll have that number 2 open for Shedeur Sanders. I think if they're smart, they will. They know what they're doing. They should.
And I'm going to tell you this about the brother who asked for it. He also know that if I get it, it's for sale too. So hell, good bargaining chip.
Yeah.
I'd have walked in there trying to grab 2 Mandel sale, and then I would text you and say, "Hey, I'm holding hostage. What you got on it?"
Yeah, but also you taking a chance now. Hey, 2 would be like, all right, you're gonna be in that flat, and I could dump that thing off to you. Or I could look downfield. What you gonna do? Yeah. All right, here you go, 2.
I think we had another one go by 900489.
Super chat.
900489 with the $10 super. I appreciate that love. See, you had the most wide receivers in the NFL drafted for 3-year 2025 by way of skilled armor Shedeur. Tell me, how could he not be QB1? Let me tell y'all this. We just had on Coach Rashad, CU wide receivers. The wide receiver room is coached by Jay Phillips. Where I'm going with this, give me a second. I'm going to show you where I'm going with this. Jay Phillips played in Houston. He was All-American, led the nation in receiving yards 2 years in a row. And his quarterback was Andre Ware, and Andre Ware won the Heisman. And when you talk to Andre Ware, Jay Phillips about that Heisman, both of them will say, somebody had to catch them balls. Mm-hmm. And so I'm with you. When you look at LeJohntay in the league, Jimmy drafted, Travis drafted, Will Shepard undrafted free agent, who the hell was throwing them the ball? So if they get enough to catch it and go to the league, how he go to round 5? Appreciate that, Nani. Good outlook.
Hey, I like how you do the super. So I do the super chat like the Jamaican artist Super Cat. He had the song back in the day.
I'm down with it.
I like how you do the super like Project Pat. Might need to start doing that. $10 super.
Shout out to Project Pat, man. I got a story. I got a Project Pat story. It's a true story. And I got the text message to back it up, Chico.
Project Pat.
Yeah.
Pat.
It just so happened that my 50th birthday fell on the year of the pandemic. But before we knew there was going to be a pandemic, I had booked Project Pat for my birthday party. And we had to cancel it because of the Rona.
Man.
And now, between now and then, Project Practice started preaching. Now I can't book it for my 55th. Like, I can't,
he might come back and do it.
Yeah, you can. You can bring, he got a gospel song now.
Yeah, but I don't want that at my birthday party.
Hey, it's hard, though.
Yeah. I want like where them dollars at and chicken heads and Project Pat.
Hey man, Getty Green, one of the best albums
Ain't
of
it?
that era, dog. Getty Green was an amazing album. Golly, man.
I'm bumping
Records.
Gorilla Pimp a damn near every day right here.
Oh
Ain't it,
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they agree.
Oh, Gorilla, oh, them, oh.
Happy birthday, Master P. Also,
Yeah, shout out to P.
shout out to the
Because
last
y'all know
Master
P watches the morning run now. Y'all sleep on P. P watches the morning run, and P be resharing our stuff. Shout out to Master P. Happy birthday to that guy.
Ice
man,
cream,
you talking about a run in the late 90s. Woo! Man, every Tuesday trying to find out what No Limit tape dropping.
Man, that was a real hustle, man, that put people on game like no other, dog. You know, we dropping the albums, what, 2 a month? It seemed like it was like 2 a month. They used to drop every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's
flooding that market.
crazy. Flooded the market, man. Shouts out to them. We knew about names like Skullduggery, Mr. Servon,
the Ghetto Sour Lee, Mia X,
Mama Mia, Matt
was so
Mr. Silk Shaka.
Hey, what was your favorite No Limit CD?
Ooh.
Pick two. You got to take two with you that you can ride to for the rest of your life. What two you going with?
I gotta take that C Murder.
Which one? With a kick dough on it?
I'm about to pull a kick dough. Lay down on the floor. Want the cheese and the money. Everybody gotta go. Shout out to Pimp C, man. That one right there.
Okay.
And probably a compilation album. Matter of fact, give me 2 compilation albums. I'm good. Give me 2.
Are you true?
2 No Limit compilations, and I'm out of here.
Who you got?
True.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh.
Are you? We true. See my tattoo.
Give me true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I'm probably gonna go with Fiend.
That was a classic.
The one, there's one in there in family. That album was so hard. And then I'll probably go with, if I had 2 to pick, man, I'm gonna take, because it's probably my favorite song out of all the No Limit songs. The first Cain and Abel with Gangstafied on it. I might have played the CD deck out of Gangstafied. I'm telling you, bro. I dubbed it so I could play it on the tape player in the car. Like, that's how much I like that song, bro. Gangstafied was so hard. Hey, y'all remember?
A freak hoe.
Chico, you would mention Kick though, right?
Yeah.
Please go back and listen to Kick though and see how Master P did Bun B verse.
Like what?
Every word Bun B said. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, bro, it's so crazy to the point where it's like Bun B snap.
Yeah.
And P had to really hear that verse and was like, you know what? Might be missing a little something. And then went in the studio and literally ad-lib every word he said and sent it back. I would love to have seen Bun B face. One day I wish we had a copyright we could listen to it together, dog.
Hey, Wayne Morgan said, what did the bobblehead was on just doing? Let me tell you what I was just doing. That was me running to the main stage with my water bunny, because only the best came out the strip when Freak Hoes came on. Y'all over there on Satellite 1, Satellite 2. I'm hitting the main stage.
What?
Oh, the 9th grade of Tri-Cities High School.
I like how you do that there. Shout to Young Bleed. Party on. Sons of Funk pushing inside of you. Keisha in Love, girl. You got to be a good 41 to know something about that right there.
Love pushing inside of you.
Pushing. Shout out to my dog. He followed me on Instagram too. Moby Dick, the artist. Moby Dick. Yo.
He did
thinking about you. I always feel like.
Oh no! The song he had with Matt. I thought when they remixed the song. I thought you see the bigger picture. How could you betray your closest hitter? Oh man. Yeah, that was the one you right. Yeah, man.
Come on, man. You talk about what? Shouts out to Master P and the whole No Limit Soldiers camp, man. And hopefully do great things down there at UNO. One more shout out. That is to the Big Shaq Diesel. You run over here, Uncle Neely, I'm gonna knock your big ass out. This not Shaq. This not Shaq. No, this not me. Shout out to Big Shaq, man. He is the volunteer general manager of Sacramento State, where his son will be attending the school.
Yeah.
And also they just got the former 5-star Mikey Williams, who's transferring from UFC there, and they just announced that their head coach is former NBA player, Sacramento King, Mike Bibby.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do some big things over there at Sacramento State. What do you think the mindset is for Shaq to go accept that role, volunteering, with his son being there? Do you?
Look, I'm gonna tell you this,
because I'll tell you what I think in a minute.
Real deal. All of this stuff started with Coach Prime going to Jackson State.
There you go.
He put that bug in that thought in people's head, and that bug got in their spirit. I mean, I can remember Michael Vick coming down to the Orange Blossom Classic in Miami, him and Warren Sapp, and watching Jackson State practice. And you could just see them wanting the coach coming out of them. And look at where they are 3 years later. Vick a head coach and Sapp is pass rush coordinator in Colorado. And so the notion of just doing this became a reality when Coach Prime did it. And shout out to Shaq and volunteering and doing it where he's doing it. But he's not even thinking about being a general manager of a college if Master P doesn't go do it. And Master P ain't thinking about it like he told you until Prime did it. So I think it's going to be more to come.
Absolutely. I like what he's doing over there. He's like, man, you know what? I can go out here. I can put all these resources behind my son. I didn't do it the first time. I'm gonna do it this time. I got one more left. I'm going to do it there. I like it. I like that, man. He's going to do everything he can to make sure his son and them have a great team out there. Let me make sure I put up this right graphic. Excuse me for that. That's Coach J. Field still on there.
Man, Coach J. Field looking at you like, boy, he said what now? You sure he said that?
That's what I wanted to bring up. Just wanted to bring up that graphic for Mikey. Think Mikey can go out there and finally ball and do what he need to do?
Yeah.
I hope so too. I think I said UFC last time. Well, I meant UCF, Central Florida. Shout out to Central Florida.
It'll be all right, Chico. We know letters and words give you problems.
Yeah. I know what letters don't give you problems.
Tell them, Chico. Tell them.
Hey, man. Every day.
Or UFC, it don't matter. Lakers coming back tonight.
All I know is when Chico is coming up, every day his mama tried to give him alphabet soup, and Chico said, I can't eat this, Mom. These letters, I don't know what they say.
Okay. I told you.
Do the best you can, baby. He just knocked the bowl over.
Oh, now Mama Tia's in the building. We appreciate you. Hello,
Mama
fam.
Tia, what up? Sister girl, love you. Hope your recovery is going well. There you go, chill out. Letters and words, Chico. Okay, man, look. That's like garlic or a cross to a vampire. You want to make Chico run, throw some letters at him.
Get him back, Chico.
Words.
Don't do it to me. Not no words.
What Magic said? You got to get him back, though.
You got to get him back.
Get him back.
Y'all can keep the college.
All I need to do is just throw a couple jabs. I'm going to come in and try to throw a grenade. If it's funny, I'm gonna laugh. If it's funny,
Keisha Love said Lakers going down for the day. She said the series over.
I get up off my Lakers, dog.
I'm just the girl said that.
Sean P said, "Dude, you good, man? I'm great, man."
Hey, look, why we got a second? Because we're gonna get all out of here at some point.
I thought we was about to leave.
Can Dukes and Chico or the chat? Can somebody tell me what I missed last night? Like what went down, man?
You ain't missing that last night.
Okay, that ain't the word on the street.
And
let me tell you what it's like. Let me tell you what it's like, Chico. Let me tell you what it's like, Dukes. Let me tell you what it's like, chat. I'm Ricky. Not Ricky, I'm sorry. I'm Trey. And I got out the car. And the next day I go over to Doughboy house and sit with him on the porch and say, hey, did y'all get the dudes last night? And Doughboy don't even answer. Doughboy don't even answer. Doughboy just keep me in the grapes. And I'm like, okay, that means y'all got
them. I ain't say nothing, man, because I'm
Chico.
Chico, man, for real.
Talk about it.
Smuggler's KB, I missed it too. I don't know what the world talking about, but the world saying I missed it, so I'm gonna Mama Tia! Boom,
Lord,
Just man.
Oh, not Mama Tia.
With the $100 super chat on this Hump Day Wednesday. Hello, Uncle Neely, D Scoops, Chico. Uncle, it was something special. Mama Tia in the building.
Oh. I had to do the Mario Ellie kiss. Remember those with Mario Ellie.
Mark, shout out to that guy. Houston Rockets, right?
Houston Rockets. Oh man, I don't even watch.
I was counting on Uncle Chico to stand on business. I know whatever they did, they stood on business.
He ain't lying. I'm trying to pull up these lyrics, man. I wanted to pull up the lyrics to a kick though. Y'all got me all off my square right now.
Big Papa Funk said, "Mama Tia needs my Zell." No, Mama Tia don't need my Zell. No, Mama Tia with the right place. That's our Mama Tia. You go get your own damn Mama Tia.
Man, Mama Tia.
Yossi Murray, you woke past the green. We're gonna head up Interstate 10. Y'all remember that? We're gonna call up Pimp C, Bud B. We're gonna get Roddy, and Body. We're gonna handle our business. We're gonna smoke. We're gonna make it back to the NO. Because you know what? Us South dudes don't play a hate. We got love from the South to the East to the North. What? Come on, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in.
I ain't got no friends, and now I spent my last $70,000 on a
drop top Benz.
I'm a young.
Put the 45 to his heel figure. Lay it down.
Because I'm busted for mine.
I ain't trying down. Still thinking the plan.
But 17
times and let them feel what I'm saying. UGK and C Murder. Cadillac in the tank. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to PAT, Port Arthur, Texas. Shout out to them boys. Bun B, UGK, Pimp C, RIP.
My damn shades up.
Love it.
Thank y'all for coming out. This has been another episode of the Morning Run.
Episode, I think.
You can never find anything on the internet like this unless you tune in with us on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. If you're on a
and I know y'all don't know what to expect because hell, we don't even know what we're gonna do. So
you ain't lying.
If we ever had a script, we might win an Emmy.
Just might need to come in one real soon, and y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all know what it is, though.
Chico put nail on Coach Shot.
Wait, hold on. Say what?
They said you put your good L.
You're right. I like that. I was supposed to give him my Shay Shay introduction too. I didn't do it. He's a
you wrote around.
I had one. Hold up. Say what?
You wrote around for him today.
Yeah, I had one for him, but
let's hear it.
Over it.
Let's hear it.
What I put it at? Let me see if I got it.
Hey, Big Papa Funk said we ain't getting no Emmy the NFL owners to vote. You damn right.
They tell you.
They mad.
All right. My next guest don't need no long resume rundown, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway.
I'll use the same voice, the same smile that you use for Shaft.
Come on, dog.
And look at us and say it instead of reading it.
I did. See,
Chico had that voice.
I had it over here last time.
Why you keep looking over there? Look.
Because I had it over here last time. I had it. It was a little different. It was a little different. That's all.
Hey, Chico was like, he used his voice. Chico was like,
he had to gather himself.
Ooh, that was a good one, boy. God,
I was gonna do it at first, man. Y'all got
he's a pioneer from the east to the north to the west to the south.
He code switching.
Only good things come out of her mouth. This is the lovely and beautiful Shasta Abraham.
All right, Chico, take us out of here with your Rashad Ryan, man. Go ahead.
All right, if I can. My next guest don't need no long resume rundown, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. This brother right here is a student of the game and a professor of the route tree. I butchered that one, but
did you slob? Like, what are you doing over there, man?
Oh man, I'm still laughing at Silly Dukes, man. You wild, dog. All right,
take 5.
He played the position. He coached the position. Now he's leading one of the most electric wide receiver rooms in the country under the bright lights of Boulder, Colorado. Right next to the legend himself, Coach Prime. He then coached up dog after dog, and now he's shaping the next wave of NFL-bound buffs. They got the whole world watching. This man preaches discipline, swagger, separation, and straight-up production. Give it up with all due love and respect for Colorado's wide receiver coach, Rashad Coach Legit Davis. Give it up.
All right, Chico.
That was it.
And that was good, Chico. I ain't gonna cap you down.
It was mid.
Thank y'all for coming out, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all know what it is. This is the morning run once again. The biggest dog Chico said it's the place to be. The badass Uncle Neely.
Hey, stall him
It's
out.
all right. It's all right. What did he say? It was mid.
It was mid. I've heard
Don't do
better.
it like that, man.
That
what
was
you
me
on
being
over
Coach
that,
Sharp,
man.
bad cop. I waited on Jay Field to
Got
walk
my
off.
eyes
That shit
watering
was
like hell.
mid, man. Shit wasn't good, man.
It was good. That's that stuff you burning on over there, Unc. That's that mid. Y'all know what it is. What time it is. It's the biggest dog Chico said it's the place to be. Shout out to Uncle
Hey,
Neely and
I tell you one thing. If I do anything, it's gonna be some mid because what they got these days, I don't want it.
No, I don't want no nickname.
Give me the old school. The only nickname I want is the old school gangster mid. That's it.
I want some weed. I want no Ben
Yeah.
Laden.
Refuck.
I don't never no nickname. I don't reach the point in my life. I don't even want good coochie. Give me some average.
Oh,
You're gone too far now, big
no,
man.
Chico, I ain't know where this was going.
What?
Man.
Leave the what?
Hey, man.
Good to have you broken standing and hiding in bushes. Give me some mid of that too. I want everything mid.
He ain't lying.
Man.
He ain't lying about that, but
Quan said the show over now. All right, we're at the 121 mark. No better place than to stop it on Coach Prime number 121, and we out there.
he's in the middle.
God boys hell, man.
Hey, man.